Hello guys, this is Claudia and I'm doing an interview now with Mutank. Hello, and the guys are from Canada and now we're doing the interview for apesmetal and for earshot. So guys, you're coming all the way from Canada. What's the reason you came actually to Germany?
To sleep with German women. No, we came here to play Wacken.
Oh really? How did you get the slot at Wacken?
Well, the Wacken people came to us and they said, hey, do you want to headline the entire festival? And we said, no, we'd rather play on a really small stage. Can we please play a battle of the bands and let the fans decide? Okay. A series of judges come and decide if we can play on a smaller stage, and then we can work our way up. We felt it was unfair. So we won that battle of the bands in Canada, so we were the Canadian champions, and we're currently competing against 29 or 30 other countries for some prizes and bragging rights, essentially. So that's why we came here, to try to give bragging rights, or to afterwards be like, yeah, we should have won.
Yeah, okay, so you're like working your way up to the top, and you're doing this by actually playing trash.
Yeah, of course. What else?
So what's your feeling and your emotion? Why are you playing trash? You could as well play in a jazz band.
We're all guitar players. So we just want to play.
Ah, okay. And then there was somebody saying, hey, you're not good enough, you have to play the bass.
No. See, what happened was, I used to listen to a lot of Megadeth, and I was like, there's not enough bass in this. Sorry, Dave. Sorry, Dave Elfson. No, I mean, I was inspired by Dave Mustaine. There's so many bands, and you don't hear the bass. I wanted to bring that out. Now, obviously, as I get older, I'm like, oh, there are a lot of good bassists and a lot of stuff, but it just pushes me further. So, and also, I sing, so. The bass gets to be simple sometimes. I can sing and do it, without having to break my back.
All of us. So.
Okay, so there was a competition for who is the most harmless guy here to sing, or is he like?
Harmonyless.
No, harmonyless. No, you said he's the one who's the best of all of you, singing.
Singer, I can sing you some clean Backstreet Boys stuff.
Okay.
I'm gonna
do it.
No, I'm not gonna do it now.
Ah, okay.
It was kind of a thing where it's just I'll just sing. We'd rather not deal. I'm a bassist first, so we'd rather not deal with a vocalist because they're always assholes. And I'm starting to turn into an asshole. I'm starting to transform.
Okay.
So yeah. Sorry, you told me you sing earlier, so.
Yeah. Thanks for calling me. Okay.
You seem nice. I don't know you yet.
Yeah, it's true. I just seem nice. So, when you're writing your songs, is it you type something into Guitar Pro and do that stuff, or are you jamming along?
It's Guitar Pro.
Okay.
No, absolutely not. I don't write the songs on that album, so maybe you should talk to these guys.
Well,
okay.
Me. I'm Steve in. He's Steve out. Just to clear that up. Steve in and Steve out here. We wrote most of the stuff on that with the original guitar player Mike Malloy. Also, Ahmed, I saw a little bit of Rivet as well thrown in. But the better part of it was me and him and Mike. And so all this came from there. And the next one, everyone's going to have a say. Everyone's going to have, everyone's new, because all this was done before Liam joined. So we had the songs already. He came in, learned them super crazy fast, and then we went to the studio almost right away.
And the album was recorded in 2 days?
2 days the album was recorded. 2.5.
Yeah, live off the floor. That's our feeling. I mean, we're a band. There's 4 of us, and we're not one is more important than the other. Everybody just kind of came together and slammed it out.
So you have a new album out, and see that?
Metal.
Yeah, see that.
Middle East Coast heavy metal. The 3 of us are from the East Coast of Canada.
Okay.
He's from the Middle East. So Middle East Coast heavy metal.
So what do you get when you get 3 Newfies and an Egyptian? Wacken. There you go.
And you don't really have a CD out, but it's actually
Cassette.
ta-da! A cassette.
Old school.
Watch that. It's a real cassette. Old school thrash metal.
Technology.
I enjoy what's actually on the inside of the cover than what's on the album. I enjoy the inside, the stuff in there more. I read it all the time, and just what's written in there, the pictures and everything.
So also watch out for the artist who's done all that coverage stuff.
The album cover?
The cover.
It was actually me and my girlfriend who drew that.
Cool.
It costs money for art, so instead we just drew it ourselves.
He does most of like all of the artwork actually. We had like another T-shirt before, and he did all the artwork. Everything's done by Mutank.
And Shannon Lee Pomeroy. She adds a lot of artwork, and she makes these hand knit patches for us that are all unique. So if somebody wants to order them, contact us, and you'll get a unique patch that nobody else has.
Yeah, I mean, like anybody wants to hit us up on Facebook, you can get like, we can send out a T-shirt, we can send out a record, like cut those custom patches, anything you want. Old condoms, yeah, no, for sure, whatever you want.
So, what is very important to me is a question that I pose to like every interview partner, and that is, what is it that makes a person become like an artist? Is it somebody saying you're an artist and you're not, or is that the musician him or herself saying, yeah, I'm an artist? Or is that important to you? Are you an artist?
Yes.
On paper, yes.
Yes, I guess, technically, like, by definition, yes, we're all artists because we've created music, but, you have the more artistic type than not, I guess you would say. Like, I guess it depends on your atmosphere and your environment, when you grew up and things like that. If you're exposed to music while growing up, if you've been given an instrument as a child or something, for sure, Some people pick it up a little later than others, but that's it. I mean, if you have it in you, you have it in you. It depends on just how far you want to take it, right? I know a lot of people, like, they do their job at the office and go home and record music just for fun, and they never want to do what we do, which is trying to make, our lives into it, like tour and breathe my feet all day and night,
So it's a way of living for you as well, being an artist?
I think so, like just constantly being on the move. Like for me personally speaking, like growing up and things like that, like always like one place to the next, it's just natural. It makes sense for me to do this, and I just love it, so we're not.
You've got ants and you've got slugs. Those are the two kind of people. Artists are like slugs, okay? They're lazy, they don't do a whole lot, but they keep moving constantly and they leave a trail behind them. Ants, they just work for the queen and then they die and they get stomped on, and I'd rather be, and then there's queens and stuff and whatever, but I'd rather be a slug. It just suits me better. I get to eat burgers and leave something behind when I die, and you never know, somebody might think, oh, you're a genius. So I think that's kind of how it happens. So
okay.
After you die, then you're an artist.
So for you, it's something that what comes out of what you're doing, and rather not so much for what other people say you're an artist or not, but for the way you live.
Well, I mean, there's obviously validation in what other people say, but for me, no matter what happens with, anything, I'm going to be writing songs, I'm going to be drawing, I'm going to be trying to do something. So it's great that, Mutank has only been a band for about a year, and we're here at Wacken, so something's going right. So it feels really good, but at the same time, it's like, I still just want to be writing music. That's all I want to be doing. So I don't know if that makes me an artist or if it makes me, just lazy and like pipe dream kind of thing. Yeah, it makes me a slug. So there you go.
And
mascot, man.
when you're like writing the lyrics, is it you're writing it more for yourself, or is there anything you have in mind for like the fans, or a message you want to get across, or is it you working with your feelings more?
Well, it's different from every song. It's hard to say. I guess sometimes I try to make it relatable in the sense that I talk about myself. I talk about, history or heritage, or there's a lot of, in metal, there's so much terrible lyricism, and not to make any enemies or anything, but it's just people, honestly, like you talk to any thrash fan especially, they'll be like, they don't care about the lyrics. They do not care.
I'm like that.
Yeah, exactly. They don't care. They care about riffs and stuff. So I put a lot of work into the lyrics to try to make them not necessarily different, but just like interesting to read, and a lot of people will listen to the songs and come back to me, and they've read the lyrics because they heard something that connected with them or something. They were like, that's clever.
I'll be honest. I usually don't listen to lyrics, but I had to because it's my band. So I looked him up, and I was really impressed. And not to sell. Look, open the tape and read the lyrics yourself, and you'll see. He's really good at writing
wordplay and things like that. You can see that even just the band name itself. It's like, you know, it's like what the hell is that? You know, it makes you think. It makes you think. It takes your mind, carries your mind to a different place. This music.
And he's a natural because he's really good with words, and he'll make jokes with like the most weird words, and just he'll think of things that are simple, but you'll never think of it.
Like slugs, right?
Like how at the end of every show we say "tank me." You know, we love puns. I don't know. We had a show recently to celebrate our 1 year anniversary of it was last Friday, and it was called Mew Years. So hopefully we'll do it every year, and just a lot of stuff like that.
New Year's will turn out to be bigger than Wacken someday. New
So,
Year's every year.
are you like into reading Shakespeare?
No. I read,
Just because of the puns, you
I
know?
read like Alan Moore and William Gibson and a lot of cyberpunk and stuff that complements thrash metal. Not to look for lyrical content and stuff, but there is one song that we wrote that's about Vikings, or I guess I should say Vikings since I'm in Germany. But you know, I read a lot of Viking history, and some of the stuff is literally kind of just pulled straight out of the book because it was written so poetically. So, and just about different things that happened from 700 AD to 1000 AD.
It's pretty specific, but yeah.
So what's your plans like for the time to come? Is there any more shows you're gonna play? Are you thinking about writing something new? But
In Quebec, that's just outside of Montreal. It's called Trailer Thrash Fest. It's going to be a great time. There's lots of thrash bands from our friends in Montreal, plus a wide range of other bands as well.
It's like a baby Wacken, you know. You got like shooting range, archery, wet T-shirt contest, barbecue, you know, all that fun shit. So it's great.
It's a good time, and that's a weekend festival as well.
Yeah.
But that's the only thing we have booked right now, because we really got to get back to writing for the next album, or arranging. Because all of our songs are there. We just pretty much got to just get them together and nail it, and then go back into the studio again.
It's just a time factor, you know, like because we've been asked to come to Wacken,
so
right?
busy since then.
You know, it's like we can't record the album. We just want to get it out.
It's a good problem to have. Like we kind of we expected to have the next album done by now, because as he said, like we just constantly writing. Constantly. We got back catalogs of stuff. We've played in bands before, and some of that stuff has just never been heard by a lot of people. So we might try to bring some of that to the light with Mutank. And we just want to push out a lot of content for people who would be fans of Mutank. Not for, you know, to try to anything. It's just when you're a fan of a band, you want more. You want more of it, so we just want to give people stuff. We don't want to be one of these bands who's like, oh yeah, the correct way to market, it says in this book, is release one 2.3 every 2.3 years, and we'll do a tour here and then there. It's like we just want to put out stuff and people to, and if you don't know how to read.
So is there anything for rounding up the interview? Is there anything you want to say to your fans in the interview?
Yeah, tank me.
And I'll tell you, listen to this, and if you like this, you'll go crazy for the next one.
Okay, so thank you very much for talking. Have a nice time. Thank you. Yay.